first gate drop ever, and first national at Ponca City. And today is his first pro race.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, Bayside, New York, there's not really, much around there besides houses and cars. My dad got me my first dirt bike when I was three or four, I think, and then yeah, kind of just took off from there. I honestly don't know why he bought me a dirt bike. I think him and his one of his best friends were like, "Hey, let's get him a PW, and see what happens." So yeah, I got a PW as my first dirt bike. I had training wheels on it for 2 years, and then I think on my 5th birthday, he took the training wheels off, and yeah, it started from there. Yeah, it was the tracks. I mean, we live in basically the city, so it's house on house on house. So yeah, we had a park actually that was like half a mile away, and like every time I get a new dirt bike or we had to like test jetting or something, I'd drive to the park and rip laps on that, just wide open. But yeah, the known dirt bike track was 10th Street in MX. It's in Long Island. That's where I kind of grew up riding, and Justin Cooper grew up there, and yeah, there wasn't really much. We had to travel. Yeah, those sacrifices are pretty big. Like I said earlier, my dad, basically gave up everything for me. He was the main part of why I've gotten this far. Same with my mom. They definitely busted their asses for sure, just to keep me going, and so I could travel everywhere, basically around the whole world. So I think it's just cool, like, how much they put into me from such a young age, because I think my dad, like, he definitely saw something, when I was young. So yeah, I mean, here we are, 17 years old, and ready to go pro racing.
I never really thought when I was that young that I would be able to do it, but and honestly, all the way up until I was like 16 or 17, I really didn't think. I mean, I knew that I was maybe capable, but at that point, I just didn't know if I was willing to do the work, and then I kind of decided to. So it's kind of weird how the mindset works, but like once I won in 2019, I won a moto at Loretta's on a 125, and basically since then it was like you kind of finally get that relief, like I can do this, and I think it was good for me because I'm nowhere near burnt out like a lot of these kids. My amateur career was definitely different than most, I think. It was like I kind of came out of nowhere there at the end, but I don't know, it went perfect, honestly, and it put me in this position. So as far as the people from the outside looking in, they might, I mean, I don't feel pressure from them, but they're probably thinking like, oh, this kid's older, blah, blah, blah. But the team, I mean, everyone who truly knows me knows that this is literally my first full year. So yeah, there's pressure, but I mean, what do they expect from me? It's my first year pro, where I'm racing guys that have done it for 6 years. They're still in the same class. So it's not as much of do or die, am I gonna make it, or am I gonna go be an electrician with my dad anymore? So that's kind of the difference now.
So my parents kind of rode trails always, and then my older brother raced, but he just raced locally, and then I was kind of the first one in the family to take it to the next level and kind of do all the bigger races and stuff. Honestly, my amateur career on main bikes was awesome, and then with injuries and stuff the last few years, it hasn't been too great. Broken collarbone a few times, tore my labrum, shoulder, slap tear, rotator cuff, broke my back, my ankle, neck, thumb, elbow, pretty much anything in the arm, and then yeah, the neck and the back were the two big ones, but it's a little bit everywhere.
Why do you do this?
Just love of the sport. You know, it's all I've ever done. It's all I know. And after you get hurt, the first day back on the bike's the best day ever because you just missed it that whole time. And just love of the sport, yeah.
We've watched practice and qualifying, we've theorized, we've bench raced. Now it is time to go. Revs are up. Gates down to the 2022 season. Romano and Kitchen have been battling the entire way. This has been pretty fun to watch. Kitchen looks pretty good right now in the 59. He's in 6th. This is what the star Yamaha needed.
Yeah, that was good. Got a decent start, like maybe 12th. Worked up to 7th maybe for a little, and then picked a few guys off. I really just followed Hampshire. He was moving. E5, best moto finish I've ever had.
You have a look at straightening up that rut as you go up. Maybe don't do a practice stop, maybe get that rut straight as you go up. And this is a whole shot guy.
Another great rush from one of the Yamahas to the inside. That's Nick Romano. No! Yes, he's going to hold it into the first turn. Let's see what the kid can do. Absolutely sending it here early in Moto 2.
Something else. That was probably the best hole shot I've ever pulled in my life. Came out, knew I had to jump on everyone. Once I clicked third, I knew it was over, but my first race, pro race ever to hole shot and lead 2-3 laps or something like that. I'm so happy with that. It's brutal. Really, really shows you how much of a man you gotta be out here. So.
Yeah, day wasn't too bad. First moto was sick. Came from, I don't know, 15th to 5th, and then that second one, I mean, I made the most of it, but my starts are ridiculous. I think I was 38. I don't even know. I had 2 guys behind me when I look back on the table, and worked my way up to, like I said, 8th. I'm not sure where I got overall, maybe 7th or 8th, but, you know, for the first round, I'm happy. I checked a lot of boxes as far as I think my speed's plenty good. I think my fitness is great. Bike's good. I mean, everything's there. It's just that start. I know once I can get out front, I think I'll give those boys up front a run for their money, honestly.
Qualifying didn't go too great. I struggled a little bit just figuring out the track and stuff. And then Moto 1 was like P4 off the start, went down second corner. And that kind of just threw off the whole day. Struggled to pass once I got to, I think, around 20th. And then second moto, we just didn't get a good gate pick. Had a pretty big hole, so we were that sort of way too. And just made today really hard on myself. I felt like my riding was decently good. Just got to get a start.